The Letter from 1863. A short historical story based on the USA Civil War. The summer of 1863 burned red over the fields of Gettysburg. Smoke rose high into the sky, carrying with it the cries of men who fought for freedom, and for the ones they loved. Among the chaos, a young Union soldier named Thomas Reed crouched behind a broken cannon, trembling but determined. His uniform was torn, his hands were shaking, yet his heart carried something stronger than fear: love. From the inside pocket of his jacket, Thomas pulled out a folded piece of paper. It was a letter. The words had been written the night before, by the flicker of a candle, under the sound of distant thunder. "My dearest Anna," he whispered softly, reading the first line to himself. "If I do not return, promise me you will live your life with courage. I fight not for glory, but for tomorrow, a tomorrow where every man, black or white, can call himself free." He pressed the letter to his lips, closed his eyes, and tucked it back into his jacket. A moment later, the battlefield roared once more, cannons thundered, and Thomas Reed was never seen again. More than a century passed. The war ended, generations changed, but the land of Gettysburg still whispered the stories of those who had fallen. In 2023, a young historian named Emma Carter was cataloging old archives at the National Archives in Washington, D.C. when she came across an old wooden box. Inside it lay a yellowed, sealed envelope. The handwriting was delicate but firm. To Anna Reed, Boston, July, 1863. Intrigued, Emma carefully opened the letter. The ink was faded, but the words were alive, raw, powerful, filled with emotion. As she read, she could almost hear Thomas's voice echoing through time. "If this letter finds you, know that I fought for the love of a nation, and the love of you. Even if I fall, let my memory remind you that freedom is worth every breath." Tears filled Emma's eyes. It wasn't just a letter, it was a soul preserved in ink. Determined to uncover the story, Emma began searching for the descendants of Anna Reed. After weeks of research, she found Margaret Reed, Anna's great-granddaughter, living quietly in Boston. Emma traveled there and gently handed Margaret the old letter. The old woman opened it with trembling hands. As she read, her lips quivered, her eyes glistened, and a faint smile appeared. "He never came home," she whispered, "but his words did." They framed the letter together and placed it beside a faded American flag that had belonged to Thomas Reed. Years of dust and silence could not erase the voice of a man who believed in something greater than himself. The letter became a family treasure, a reminder that freedom was not won by power, but by love and sacrifice. "Freedom," Margaret later said, "isn't given, it's written in the hearts of those who fought for it." And as the sunlight fell gently across the old paper, the ink seemed to glow once more, whispering across time. For love, for freedom, for tomorrow.